Hey there, everybody. Welcome back with the Purplatypus is the name. My goal is to make my hair a little bit more crazy every single video. So here's today's. You can see I got my robe on. I'm comfortable. But today we are playing Marvel Snap. So this deck started as a meme. I had a mission, boom, boom. I had to go in here and it was complete, like play 4-drops, right? And I was playing decks from yesterday and the day before, the Onslaught combo, no 4-drops in the entire deck. I played multiple decks, none of them had 4-drops in it. So I was like, all right. I'm just gonna go and I'm going to, boom, I'm gonna search 4-drops and I'm just gonna start adding them into a deck. So I added, I was like Omega Red, Strong Guy, Moon Girl, and then like Shang-Chi. I just added like a couple, probably Warpath to it in the intro. And then I was like, you know what? Jubilee is a deck card that I've not used, but I've always liked. So, and because I really only want to focus on playing 4-drops, I don't want to like think about where do I put my 1, 2, and 3 drops. So I didn't really want to put any 1, 2, or 3 drops in the deck at all. So I was like, all right, so Jubilee actually kind of synergizes with that idea. So let me just throw some 6-drops in there. I know Jubilee works good with Infinite, and then I was like, all right, Giganto, Hulk. The original deck list changed a little bit. This is where I ended up at. The original one had a few more misses basically in the deck, but we'll talk about that. So then I started playing and I just started winning again and again and again. I won like 6 games in a row at a point. I was like, okay, I got to start recording. This is actually not just a meme. This seems to be pretty good, because I was just gonna play the 4-drops, but then after I won, I just kept going. And so then I was like, all right, so let's actually try to refine this deck a little bit. Started recording and I just kept winning more and more. Now this deck I do think isn't like absolutely game-breakingly powerful, but it has been very good for me. So the main changes that you're going to see in the early games versus the one I ended with, I took out Ebony Maw, and the main reason for taking out Ebony Maw is that there would be 2 situations that would happen. I would play Ebony Maw and then someone would storm me, and then I would have 2 lanes I couldn't play anything in, and then I would easily win the 3rd lane, but it didn't matter, right? Because it's not hard to beat Ebony Maw if he's alone. Or the second situation where I play Ebony Maw, then I play Storm, and my Jubilee low rolls in the Storm lane, and then I kind of the same thing. You just get locked out of too many lanes when Storm is around. And Jubilee sometimes would pull Ebony Maw, which is not particularly powerful. So I took that out, and I also took out, oh my goodness, what was the other card? It was Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was here for a while for the 4-drop thing, and he was pretty okay, but we're playing bigger things than them. We're more worried about people playing Shang-Chi against us than we are about playing it in general. So I ended up putting Black Widow in America Chavez. Black Widow could be replaced with almost anything. Like it's a bad card for Jubilee to pull, but I like having something that I could sometimes play in the early game. It makes them take up one of their slots with a useless thing. Maybe something like Hobgoblin would be better even. Maybe something like, I don't have that yet though, but maybe something like, even Warpath could be pretty good. Because you could just focus really on winning 2 lanes. You're not putting tokens down or anything, but sometimes Jubilee gets anti-synergistic with that, but, and Arnim Zola, but I don't think it'd be that infrequent, but yeah, you could put almost anything for Black Widow. America Chavez, on the other hand, I just like this because it means there's always something in the deck that Jubilee could pull out that's good, because sometimes you might get a hand that's Infinite, Giganto, Hulk, Anrim Zola, Vision, right? You might just have this hand that's super stacked, but and you play Jubilee, you're always likely to get, or you always have a chance to get something pretty good out of the deck, and it means you're more likely to draw your Sunspot Jubilee stuff in the early game anyway, because you're not going to be drawing one of your 6-drops. So I like her in the deck. She just kind of fits with the theme, and honestly, it's a card that I just like running for the most part. But besides that, what's our goal, right? It's pretty simple. You play Sunspot, you play Jubilee, you play the Infinite. These are just 3 cards that work really, really well together. Jubilee can pull out a lot of, cheap big stuff out into play very easily. And there's a lot of locations that are just good for having really big characters, right? One's like, if you're winning this lane, get +3 power to all things. The Nexus, right? All your power here is added to all your lanes. Bar Sinister, play this card 4 times. So there's like a lot of cards that are like really good. A lot of locations that are really good with just big fat 6-drops. And so the deck just seems to be in a good place right now. I don't know if it's like broken or anything like that, but I did have a lot of success with it. I think you can low roll and just get really unlucky. But when you high roll, you do very good. And I think the average games just turn out to be pretty darn good. So There's really not that much more to say about what's going on here. The first games you're going to see are going to be games where I still have the Ebony Maw and the Shang-Chi in there. It was I ended up taking them out, but the games were good enough where I didn't want to just scrap those games. I thought they were enjoyable, so we're going to leave those in. But yeah, this is the deck list, guys. Thank you very much. The Purplatypus is Purplatypus. I will see you next time. Much love. See you guys in the next video. Peace. All right, so here's the thing. I wasn't going to record. I'm in my robe. However, I have been winning quite a bit with a deck that I thought was a meme. And so I'm going to record, basically. Got my big comfy robe here. I should wear this more when I stream. It's very cozy. All right. So this is not the intro. You guys have already heard the intro, what this is about. But I've been very surprised at how well this has been doing. 5 rocks. What the heck? I mean, there's no reason not to play Storm, right? I like playing Storm. It is nice to have a couple of strong 5 drops like Vision. All right. I mean, that doesn't really do much. Oh, so close. I wonder if we just put Omega Red here. I mean, this ties it, so they got to put something here. Eh. Oh, we could have put Omega Red there, and then we could have visioned over. Duh. We could still do that, actually. This is my favorite thing about Vision. Look at this. Why do they put so much effort into it, man? Holy shit, is that cool. Interesting. So what are they doing on their final turn? Let's go ahead and Aram Zola here. Add to the 2 rows that cards can't be played in. I mean, that seems like clearly the best option here. Trying to think what I don't think they could have anything. I can't think of a card that wins them the game from this spot. If I'm being legit. Why is this at 6 power, by the way? Oh, because we're winning this by more than 10, but that'll change. Except for in the middle. What do they got? The 20 power infinite guy that does nothing for them here? Sorry, Blue Beak guy. Maybe next time. Yeah, this is actually, I never had a game go quite like this one, but that was pretty fun. Anyway, on to the next one. It's just so weird. Like, I've won many games by playing 3 cards in this deck. Like, that's nothing, man. That's so funny low. Well, we're gonna put Sunspot there. It makes him, it means he can't be Electrid. He could still be Killmongered though, but he's way stronger in this situation. Jubilee has a combo in this deck that's really strong when you pull out the the guy that destroys her and puts her in each row, but it won't work as well with Nowhere. It'll basically just move them. I wonder if Ebony Maw is better than Storm here. Let's just Ebony Maw. It's way more power for both these lanes. Means they have to play, like, Blue Marvel doesn't get them there. I mean, they're not gonna have, they're only having 3 slots available, which is already kind of weird. It's probably a bot or something. But I have Storm in this deck almost specifically to kill Bar Sinister because I don't feel like we're that good at that. That's we have a reasonable chance to pull that card we don't want. The 0 mana one. It doesn't actually do anything. It just kills our Jubilee. Normally it's the nuts, but in this situation, it doesn't do anything. So we're hoping to pull Giganto here. Vision's good too. The opponent snapped, which is incredibly odd. Even if they play the guy that moves everything, right? That's 8, 16, 24, 25, 26, 27. It's still 1 point weaker. Somehow we don't have a good play here. If he moves everything to the left, do we even care? Oh, this is only turn 5. We got a lot more coming our way. So maybe we just play the infinite next turn. Maybe we Hulk infinite is, or Hulk Omega Red is less, but it might be more. For the Omega Red giving extra power to everything. They got a bunch of visions. Okay. Did we snap back? Because I'm less confident now. I am definitely less confident now. But I don't think this is terrible. I think we could do this. I don't think we snap back. I think they snapped us. It's always, it's hard for me to remember sometimes because I'm such an aggressive snapper. If an opponent snap me, I'm going to snap them back. If it lead to the cubes, then that'd be that. Okay. We don't know if they changed anything yet. They did play the Hemidal. 14, 15, 16, 17. That's only 19 power, I think. But then they did get the rest of those guys. Doesn't do anything, though. All right, we did it. I won't lie, it's really hard to tell with the movement deck and Bar Sinister already makes are you gonna win or not kind of difficult to judge. Movement decks also just add a whole other layer. I feel like it's really hard, both as me playing the deck and me playing against the deck, to really figure out who's gonna win. But easy, baby. I think it's a lot of fun to put Ebony Maw in the Sinister bar, or bar Sinister, but that's definitely good for us. However, I think that's got to be the wrong play. We've got so many more high value things. It just feels good to put that card there. We don't. The only reason I'm playing that card is because we don't really play that much, or that many cards in general. One cost from my deck. Ah, well. Maybe that's a. I mean, I don't think you. One, it's called Hell's Kitchen, which is kind of funny, but I don't think you don't run Ebony Maw just so you get the Hell's Kitchen more likely. Cards here have -3 power. That's really good for us because we're just going to play one card there. But we have to... I want to play Storm so she doesn't get pulled by this. There's no reason not to play the card also. This is good for us because if we put Hulk there, they have to put a lot of things potentially. But I still think that I want to play... you know, trying to do the math here, but I think this is better. Swordmaster getting Bishop, fine with me. I always feel like it's weird to play Swarm. They're snapping, okay. I think we go ahead and play this here. We could draw some pretty big stuff here. The only issue is if we draw the 0 cost guy. You know what? Let's play dumber, but more fun. We're gonna try to high roll here. We're gonna try to high roll here. Give me the 0 mana guy, or the 0 attack guy. We got Shang-Chi. Definitely the worst pull in the deck. And that's what we wanted. We still have a chance. But it's unlikely. This is... Trying to think. Cards can't be played here. They might have like a claw or something. Wonder if we just don't play anything. We get a drop here. We can guarantee. Let's just go for the double play. What we want this. We're rolling on rolling. They already pinged us. So at the worst case scenario, we're losing 2 cubes. We're not going to play turn 6, probably. I don't know what that is. Each player discards a card. Get it? Ah, Shang-Chi, no, you're ruining everything. Why is he in the deck? Because I like him. I mean, I did put him there, and we could play this now. That's still only 21 because these guys have no power. Somehow. Well. We ultra low rolled. You know what? I'm gonna keep this game in there because sometimes you gotta showcase. You don't always high roll. In fact, sometimes you low roll, which is the downside. You might climb with a deck, but not every game is gonna be a good. Man, I wish I was recording before, like earlier today, because I was just playing for fun, and this was a deck to complete a quest. But like, I just got some sick ass high rolls, some super fun games. Grand Central is perfect for us. This card, we prefer Arnim Zola to be in the deck. Like, we have a lot of misses with Jubilee right now. We have Shang-Chi. I want to be able to play Giganto, so we'll go. But that lane we're probably already gonna win, but we're gonna Jubilee over here anyway. Oh, that's really bad. Well, they got a Yondu, and they got a Sunspot. So, I mean, they got rid of one of our bad draws with Jubilee. So, we can still get a Shang-Chi. Hopefully, we draw Shang-Chi right here. We did not. So, we will see what we get. We could get Hulk, which would be great. Shang-Chi's in the deck because sometimes it just... I just like the card. I don't know. It's probably not insanely synergistic. This deck could use some optimization for sure. But, I mean, I just made it myself over the course of a few minutes, right? Korg. Oh, man. Jubilee going to get the rock? No, we got the infinite. I mean, that's pretty good. I like Vision. We could play this here. Gives everything 4, and it already solidifies this. We're already putting something insane right here. I mean, we might take an Aram Zola, but even that's not like bad, right? Well, it is. It could be bad now. All right, they got a Scarlet Witch. We got a Giganto. Okay. And then I think over here we just Hulk it, right? And they retreat. We have 19 with a Hobgoblin on our side. That's pretty great. Yeah, I'm sure, I already locked it in, but I'm pretty sure Hulk's the best choice here. Like, we have a chance to go for the infinite, you know, with the Aram Zola. Or the Jubilee with it, but the Omega Red's pretty bad. Because it removes it from that row. Which is the row that we know he works on. But Arnim Zola is pretty fucking insane. It's a card that I didn't think was good, but then I played it in this deck, and it's been fantastic. Luckily for us... we win. Shang-Chi is powerful. But even our deck plays around it a little bit. We could go pretty big, pretty fast. All right, game. Give me one high roll. I had it happen 2 separate times where I Jubileed into Aaron. I can never. Why can't I remember his fucking name? But then it kills Jubilee, pulls it, and then it kills her. Then it puts her in each lane, and then she activates in each lane. It's like fucking sick, bro. They always retreat afterwards. It's not good at getting 8 cubes. It's not good at getting 8 cubes, but it is good for just winning. And we can't pull Storm. We can still pull Shang-Chi. That is very odd. Maybe this is a bot. I don't want that there. Oh, we got the Shang-Chi. Okay, so there's no bad. I don't think there's any more. I mean, we can get Sunspot. We probably shouldn't have Storm in the deck. It was to destroy Mr. Sinister, or the Sinister thing, but I think it's I mean, it's pretty good to go Storm in the Jubilee, though. Maybe we should remove the Shang-Chi because we go bigger. Because I don't want too many bad cards for Jubilee to pull, because we still have potential to pull a Sunspot, which is not like terrible, but it's definitely not what you're looking for. I don't know what Wong does. Giganto, welcome. Is that ongoing? Your on reveal abilities happen twice. That's a pretty cool card. I'm gonna play this. That way it can't pull it from our hand. It does make us lose a power, but I'm okay with that. Ebony Maw and Storm together are pretty scary, but we could. I mean, what are we going to draw into, right? We have a Hulk in the deck still. That's not exactly super strong. I mean, it's stronger than what we got, I suppose, but... We did get the Hulk. I mean, they're really incentivized to play stuff here, right? Because they're not even winning that lane. But if they I don't know. I don't want to snap, because if they play like an Odin here, right? That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's the same as Hulk and they win. But they played their Odin here for no reason. I mean, because they would have tied that then if they would have played Odin there, and then we would have won, they would have won, and maybe we would have won here because of the tiebreaker total power. So maybe that was a safe snap. That might have been a safe snap, actually. I'd have to run the numbers back. But either way, good game. All right, so I did change 2 cards. You guys would have already seen that in the intro, but the previous games were, you know, recorded with the other version. I just made a couple little changes that made me feel like it would make the deck maybe a little more consistent. I'm facing a lot of storms right now. And if we get stormed and we storm, like, or we have an Ebony Maw and then we, you know, they storm us in a game we didn't really want it, then we're down to 1 lane. That could be pretty rough. Goodbye, a strong guy. Bar Sinister. So our main goal is to destroy this, because if they like Hobgoblin, there's a lot of decks that are built around this for the next like few hours. I wonder if that means we get our hands back. This is interesting. So we just get rid of this, even though we have an insane turn 5 there with all the visions. Well, if they had Hobgoblin, I think it costs 3. Maybe they would have already have done it. Maybe they would have already done it. Let's just see what they do. Vision is very good there. They're probably, if they're running Khazar, they're probably running they're probably running something like Electra as well. There's no way that's very powerful, right? I mean, maybe. You only get 1 proc out of it. Like, it's not like the first one, because it's whenever you play a card, not whenever a card is like enters the battlefield or whatever. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Do they, though? I know it seems like it makes more sense to go here, but I think they're going to play like Electra there. And so we're just going to... Let's assume we have 0 power there, and then let's just... 24. I mean, this is still 24. That's still huge. Their bishop sucks. Especially when you give them all -4, -4. Right, this is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is effectively 11 power. I mean, if we had infinite, we would just play that. Because they can't play a Shang-Chi or anything there. Giganto has to be played over here. I think we win. I think we win 8 here. That's garbage. Yeah. We called the Electra. Absolutely. Did I not snap soon enough, maybe? They're all going to be 0 power? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Maybe I didn't snap soon enough. Yeah, look, when you have Sunspot, he's good, but you don't rely on him winning you the game. Because people like doing stuff like that, like Electraing or Killmongering on the final turn. But yeah, we played it. We just like, all right. Let's assume we have 0 power in that lane because they're saving an Electra. You don't save one spot in that way with Khazar in your deck. If you're running Khazar, you're probably running Electra because it's like the best 1-drop because it does exactly what we just saw. Awesome. What a fucking great game. I feel smart for the first time. Although they did put Bishop on Bar Sinister. I mean, come on. You lose to like 90% of things in that lane. I feel like if you play Bishop there, he's got to be in like some of the worst possible things to put in that lane. But whatever. I'm still smart. Whatever. Fuck you.